Hi guys, today we are starting the countdown to the best palette of the year and I'm going to be revealing my number 5 spot. So I think that some of you might be a little bit surprised when you see this. Oh, if you're new, this is what I do every year. I've already done a ranking video with my top 15 palettes where I ranked every place from, I want to say it was 6 until 16 because accidentally I picked a palette too many. Which is totally something I would do, but I've already ranked like my bottom 15 and now we're gonna get into the top 5, and with the top 5 I always do one video with each palette and I do a look with the palette because I want to showcase these palettes because they are, you know, my favorite palettes of the year for a reason, and I also just want to play with them more and I want to show you why I think that these palettes are so good. So for the palette that ended up in my number 5 spot, some of you might gasp a little bit, but this is a Glamlight palette, and usually in my ranking videos they always end up on top, but actually this Glamlight palette is the only Glamlight palette in the ranking. So Glamlight did not win palette of the year for me this year, but I still love them as a brand and I think that their formula is amazing. I don't know exactly why this palette didn't end up higher. I think I just like the color stories of the other palettes a little bit more. This is a very large palette. It is a rainbow palette, which basically every single Glamlight palette is. Probably the reason why this didn't win. But are you ready? Are you ready? This is the Glamlight Cake palette. I have talked about this palette so many times. I've said how much I love this palette and I still to this date love this palette. This is my favorite rainbow palette in my collection. I think it's absolutely beautiful and I'm so excited to play with this some more. So that's basically what we're going to do. So I'm going to start by priming my eyes. And of course I'm using my Natasha Denona eyeshadow base. So I think for today's look, this might come as a little bit of a shock to some of you, but I think I want to play with some of these neutrals. I don't know what's wrong with me, I don't know, but I'm looking at this shade and I'm like, I haven't even dipped into that shade because I can't see any marks in it, so I kind of want to use these browns in my crease, maybe do like a pop of color underneath my eye, definitely do something fun on my lid so it's not going to be like a neutral look, but I just want to do a bit of a neutral crease for once in my life. I'm going to start by taking the shade which is called Dulce de Leche. And you all probably know by now, but I do have a code with Glamlight. It's just Annette and it will save you 15% off. 50% off is a lot. Like that's more than most brands. So I think that's awesome that they actually give you like a pretty decent discount. So you can see this is definitely not a neutral shade. It leans way more orange, which I like that because that just makes it a little bit more exciting. So this year was honestly like so exciting for me because this is the year where Glamlight reached out and they put me on their PR list. I did buy this palette with my own money though, just because you guys know I've loved Glamlight for a very long time, but when I reached out and asked if I wanted to be on their PR list, Glamlight was one of those brands that in my mind I was like, that is a PR list that I really want to be on. Like of course I'd like to be on, you know, a lot of PR lists, but there's certain brands where I just feel like their aesthetic is very much my aesthetic and it kind of just makes sense. And I felt like with Glamlight was just one of those brands that I felt like really suited my aesthetic and whose PR list I would love to be on because I was already buying so many of their products. So I was so excited when they actually wanted to start sending me products, and I've gotten, as you've probably seen, like so many packages from them lately, and it's just been such a good time like trying out all of their stuff because I can't keep up. Let's be real, like I couldn't have bought all of those things myself. It's just too many releases, one after the other, and like having so many things in my collection already, like I really try my best to like not buy that many things myself since I know that I'm on a lot of PR lists and I know I'll be getting a lot of things into my collection. So I try to be good about like being able to keep up, if that makes sense. Like if I know I have a bunch of palettes coming that I'm getting in PR, I'm not going to buy that one palette that maybe I'm interested in because I just know I'm not going to have time. So it's been really, really fun to just play with all of the palettes and all of the stuff that I've gotten from them, and I've just been so impressed by the quality of all of their products, honestly. I think to deepen this up, I'm going to use the shade here called Chocolate. And oh my god, I got to open my first box in my advent calendar today because I'm filming this on December 1st. And of course I got a chocolate advent calendar. It's one of those things, I've always had one ever since I was a kid. I cannot imagine having a year of not having a chocolate advent calendar. So that was just so exciting to me. Let me know if you guys have advent calendars too, and if you have anything different than chocolate, let me know. I asked on my Instagram this morning and someone said they had a wine advent calendar and I was like, what? That exists? That sounds amazing because I've gotten really into drinking red wine lately. And it's been such a just nice way to sort of unwind at night. And it's not like I'm drinking a lot, it's not like I'm getting drunk, you know, obviously. It's just a very, I don't know, I find red wine to be very just soothing and calming, and I like the way that it makes me feel if I don't drink too much of it. So it's been really nice. So a wine calendar, I would be all about that. So you can see already just how deep and dark this got and just how well this color is performing. Ugh, I just love these mattes from Glamlight. They're so beautiful. I think I'm gonna keep this just in my upper lid, and then I might do like a pop of color underneath my eye. That could be kind of fun. Like seriously, this is the only way that I can do neutrals and be happy is if it gets as deep as this. Like I need depth in my neutrals in order to feel like I even have anything on my eyes, because I just feel like if I tried to do like a everyday makeup or like a wash of color in my crease, like it doesn't even show up. I don't know, I just don't like it. So let's see, what do I want to do? Do I want to do my under eye first? I think that's what I want to do. So let's see, what do I want to play with? What could be kind of fun today? I wish there was like a dark green. I feel like that would have been really, really nice, especially like with my hair and my outfit and stuff. Do I maybe want to do blue? Is that very like beauty guru thing to do? Like there's so many beautiful options here. Like this blue is really screaming my name. I feel like that could be kind of fun. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do this underneath my eye, and then what do I want to do on my lid? Maybe I'll just go with this one and be like very basic. And then maybe I can do like a pop of green in my inner corner or something. Maybe that's what I want to do. I'm gonna grab this shade, which is called Birthday Cake, and I'm just gonna go ahead and smudge this underneath my eye. I love this shade. It is so intense. Oh, it's just so pretty. Oh, I think I said in my ranking video that I was going to make these kind of like Christmas themed. Whoopsies! Because this is not very Christmas or holiday at all, but that's okay because sometimes I say things and then I forget that I said it and it doesn't end up happening, and that's just what I'm like. So let's see, for my lid, is this blended? Is this the right brush? I am all over the place today. I'm gonna take some of my NYX glitter primer. Just gonna tap that all over my lid where I want that shimmer to go. Nothing fancy, no cut crease, just going to kind of plop it on my lid. And then with the same brush, I'm gonna take the shade here called Cinnamon. I don't think I have used this shade yet, which I kind of wanted to try to use some of the shades that I hadn't used because I know that they're still going to be really nice, even though they're not always colors that I tend to go for. That is beautiful, wow. That is not at all what I thought it was going to be. That is actually really, really nice. Oh, I like this. I actually like this look a lot, even though it's quite neutral and quite basic for what I normally go for. It's actually very pretty. Oh, I love that shadow. Just using the edge of this brush here to gently tap this into my crease a little bit because I don't really want to have a sharp line. And this is my MAC 242 brush, if you're wondering. This is my absolute favorite brush for shimmers, and it has been for God knows how long, years now. I just love this brush so much. Just gonna take a little bit more of that dark brown and just work on the outer corners a little bit. I felt like this one just wasn't looking that great, and I also just want to blend it back over the shimmer. So like I was saying, I think I want to do a bit of a green inner corner because it could just be kind of fun. Maybe I want to do turquoise. No, I think I want to do the green. I'm going to use this one. This is like a green to yellow duochrome. Maybe it's even a multi-chrome. It's from Clionadh. It's one of their stained glass shadows in the shade Courtyard. Just what it looks like. I'm going to grab a little bit of that and just pop that in my inner corner. I'm going to spray this a little bit like I do. And I'm just going to put that right in here. This has such a cool shift. I even see a little bit of pink in that. I didn't really see that when I swatched it. That is so unique. Does it go with the look anymore since it has a little bit of pink in it? Maybe not, but I don't know. It's fun still. It definitely added a little bit of something extra. I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my look and I'll come back and I will show you what it looks like. Alright, so here's the look all done, and despite it being quite neutral, I feel like I was able to spice this up to be kind of fun at the same time, but also not like absolutely crazy insane, you know? Like I feel like someone who maybe isn't super into color would maybe be comfortable wearing something like this, maybe. Maybe it's still crazy for some people, but I really like how this turned out, and I love how I paired it with the red lipstick. I'm wearing one from Kaleidos. This is in the shade Ambition. I need to wear this more often because this is one of my favorite reds in my collection. The formula on these, beautiful. Such a nice formula. I really like these. And the person who kind of made me pull this out again was my friend Lisa. She did a video this morning when I'm filming this about all of her favorite red lipsticks, and this was in her bunch, so I will link her up in the corner. Go check her out. She's amazing. I love her so much. And she reminded me to use this, and I'm so glad that she did, because this is a beautiful lipstick. I also did some turquoise in my waterline. This is Fresh from LA Girl. I love this eyeliner. I think it's just great. I don't know. I feel like it just kind of went with the look. I thought about doing green, but then I'm like, I'll just do blue instead. I don't know, but I am kind of feeling this, and I really like how it turned out. So let me know if you were surprised that Glamlight ended up being my number 5 palette. Did you think that maybe this one was going to end up higher? Also, let me know what you think my top 4 is going to be. I would love to see if any of you can get it right. Try to pick them in the order that you think they're going to be as well. I feel like some of you are going to know me well enough to be able to pick these out. At least 1 or 2 of you might get all of them right, or at least know like which palettes are going to be in my top 4 from now on. So my next video will probably be in like 5 days or so, 5 or 6 days. Obviously, I need to put 5 of these into December, so you know how it goes. That's just how it's gonna be. So thank you so much for watching my Annette-mas video. If you want to see my Annette-mas playlist, which doesn't have that many videos yet, but is going to be growing, I will put it up on my screen. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.